At the beginning, I want to acknowledge that my playstyle is vastly different than Mr. Strife Hayes. That's why I would disagree with his videos many times in the past. In private talks, there is no videos format about this. And because of that, I think neither I or him are wrong or right on this subject. Like in many things, there are many voices that can coexist in this space. But in his video, what even is an MMORPG? I think he didn't mention some important matters that create this discussion between MMO fans that I see in MMORPG community for some years now. And the biggest reason why there is a big divide. I'm Y4 and this is my opinion on why Josh Strife Hayes' points not resonate with me. First of all, I recommend you, dear viewer, stop right now and watch Mr. Strife Hayes' video if you haven't done this already, just to get a full picture of what I'm talking about, because here I will refer to his video many times. But for the recap reason, let's see how Mr. Strife Hayes tackled this topic. At first, there is a recognition of the problem. Community do not agree on what MMORPG is and what isn't. Then show a potential reason in the vague acronym and compare it to other acronyms in the video game space like RTS, FPS, Coach Co-op, that are more specific and define games better. Then we have distinguished MMORPG acronyms, splitting every part and then giving them reason to show how they not really work with the games they represent. We can see many games that are in the MMO bags that are totally different but still are under one acronym. To summarize this up, we know that MMORPG acronym is too broad and don't explain what is important. Developers should put emphasis on the acronyms, but they don't. Gamers, because of the different backgrounds, have different opinions. We should put more in-depth acronyms in our acronym of MMOs. And in the end, we can all agree that MMO is an online game with efficient mechanics. This is a very good video, with many points that have solid base. Video maybe ends without solid answer, but only because there is none. So what is my problem? Main point of Mr. Strife Hayes is that people lump too many times so much different games into one acronym. You have your Ultimas Online, your Albions Online, Elder Scrolls Online, Final Fantasy XIII, and so on. All that games under one roof of MMOs. And other games have more fitting, more describing acronyms, like first-person shooters, third-person shooters, real-time strategies. But today, how acronyms describe games that are MOBA? Multiplayer Online Battle Arena. Of course, you automatically think about Dota or League of Legends. That you have heroes, lanes, two teams, creeps and units. But why don't call the Smash MOBA? Because it's stupid, that's why. But from just the acronym, Smash is multi, it's online, and you battle others on the arena. But they are totally different genre. There is nobody here on the internet. Better say it, there is no real discussion if Smash is MOBA or not. And what is real MOBA or what isn't? Another example, Battle Royale. It's a name that came from the Japanese book and adaptation film with the same name. It became more popular thanks to US novels Hunger Games that also get film adaptation with the same name. From that you got Battle Royale mod for Arma 2 and Hunger Games mod for Minecraft. That spawns many successful games in the future. So, what exactly BR is a type of genre means? Last man standing? Exploration and scavenging for survival? Both? That means that me playing CSGO Deathmatch, I'm playing point base, no infinite death battle royale. In the end, there is only one winner, right? Well, that was too much. But I hope now you see my point, that there is more acronyms genres in gaming space that are subjective to interpretation and tells us nothing about camera angles, mechanics or aesthetics. So why we have such a vast divide between MMORPG players and not between MOBA or Battle Royale? I think there is one thing that created this divide, and it also have acronym.
Wow!
In 2004, the Blizzard Entertainment game was a huge deal and changed many points of view, and one of those were MMOs. Not only was the first game to put video games in the mainstream, but also one that changed entire genre. MMO equal WoW. New developers did not create just new MMOs, they were created WoW killers. You want your golden goose? Forgot about Lineage's Ultimas, EverQuest. Copy ideas from World of Warcraft and add some sparkled on the top. Voila! Now you have thing that is called MMORPG. Congratulations! Through the years, WoW evolved and competition didn't sleep. Final Fantasy XIV, Elder Scrolls Online, Guild Wars 2, and many more MMOs differs, but at base they had the same philosophies and mechanics that came with the creation of World of Warcraft. And here is where the division, I think, come from. Times changed. Old MMO players start to lose footing in the games that started to be more and more fitting for the more vast majority gamers that started their journey with World of Warcraft. Why I think WoW made this big change? Well, imagine Fortnite becoming this for Battle Royales what World of Warcraft become for MMOs. Near future, Fortnite is identified as Battle Royale for the 10 years now. There were many Fortnite killers in the past, but only 2-3 passed the test of time. They all are what Battle Royale genre is. But there are some old smelly neckbeards that have too much times on their hands, crying in the online spaces about good old days of PUBGs, Apex or mods to Arma, where you don't need it to build structures to beat your opponents. Just find your gun and shoot everyone to stand as last. You can see this happening? I think because of the different times, early 2000, and totally different way of playing. Long sessions, building your character from scratch. That's why this division happened to MMOs and not in any other genre. MMORPGs, year by year, more and more, started to alienate their old audience. Also, I think modern so-called theme park MMOs have big flaws in their core, but this is the topic for another day. For me and many others, MMOs should be first and foremost massive. And as Mr. Strife Hayes said, massive is so hard to describe that it only leaves it up to the personal interpretation. And for me, it would be activities inside the game that most players will participate together in one moment. In past, playing Ragnarok Online, War of Imperium, for people that never play RO, it's a game version of Castle Siege's Guild vs Guild event. Even if on a screen there was less than 100 people, for me, then it was massive, because most people from the server participate in this event, and in the second flame war on the forums after. Back then, I imagined a future where the big 1,000-strong guilds alliance fight for the castles. On the one side, Black Tower of Doom conglomerate versus the Knight of the Light and Freedom Alliance fight on the battlefield for the future of the games, only to be defeated in the last minute by the "show me your panties" alliance of the smaller guilds. What do you mean it's already happening in EVE Online? I mean, I know, right? But it's not the same. I want fantasy MMO, not the Excel simulator. As Mr. Strife Hayes said, the MMORPG acronym is too broad and should be refined a lot more. WoW changed many people's perception, and I personally would not call most modern MMO in this way. I'm more on the Nerd Slayer side. Those games are too much focused on single player experience, and for their own good should be named MMORPGs, or even just online role-playing games. Or, lobby-based RPGs. Seriously, nothing makes me grind my teeth as much as people who call Destiny 2 a MMO. Josh Strife Hayes video, Nerd Slayer video, my video, or any other video will not change much. Companies will advertise their games with names and acronyms that people know because of the set theory. So more and more live service games will be called MMOs because of for people instant content. Because of the vast meaning of MMO term, people will use what they are used to, only for other people to disagree. Reddit will be Reddit, and I will be somewhere there, looking at all of this, being angry, saying to myself that my right is the only true right, and they don't know what are they saying. But in the end, we all can agree on good fishing minigame and play the game that is the most suitable for us.
I am addicted to the game, but I'm not fully addicted. I can quit whenever I want.